What is up, YouTube? We are here today bringing you guys another deck profile. We are doing a Pepe or Dracopals deck profile. I've had a few people hit me up and ask me to do an updated deck profile on this. I've been doing a few updated deck profiles on the Cosmos, so I feel like I might as well bring this to you. Besides, I have a few matches coming up with this very same Pepe deck, or this Dracopals deck. Being showcased in some of these matches. So I feel like you guys should be able to see what we are playing for these matches. I already did the Cosmo deck, so we're going to get right into this Dracopals deck profile. We're going to start off with the monsters here. We play triple Pendulum Sorcerer. Pendulum Sorcerer is the nuts. He is a low scale 2. He says that when he is special summoned, that you can destroy target up to 2 cards on your side of the field, destroy them, and if you do, add up to 2 cards from your deck to your hand, for the amount of monsters that you were destroyed by Pendulum Sorcerer's effect. So if you target like your set Wavering Eyes and a monster on the field, let's say King of the Pharaoh Limps that has no XYZ material, you can pop both of those cards and then add 2 Performance Pals from your deck to your hand. Sorcerer is really, really good. He is like the entire engine of the deck. Next we play 1 Performance Pal Skullcrobat Joker. He is your Stratos of the deck. He searches any and everything that you need Performance Pal wise. We play the 1 Performance Pal Monkey Board. He's at 1 for a reason. He is a 1 card instant scale. He is absolutely mandatory. And we do play double Performance Pal Silverclaw. Silverclaw is also another high scale, but most importantly, we need to max out on Pendulum monsters, and that is the exact reason why we no longer play Second Donkey. And I actually learned that from one of my teammates, Emilio. Shout out to Emilio. I'll probably link his Dracopal deck profile in the description below. But, he was playing Second Donkey at Regionals. He was just playing 1, and he said the reason why it was so bad was because in order to make all the plays that he needed Pendulum monsters. And because it was not a Pendulum monster, it held him back so much. So for that, we actually cut the Second Donkey. Next, we play double Performance Pal Gi Turtle. And we do play double Performance Pal Lizard Draw. This is the Pot of Greed engine of the deck. Also on top of that, these guys are all high scales, which this deck really has a problem with keeping in the pendulum zone is high scales. So playing multiple high scales is really, really good. This is going to be the entire Performance Pal engine of the deck. Next, we play the Draco Slayer engine of the deck. So we do play... Let's just move these down there. We play triple Vector Pendulum. We play triple Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, and then we play 1 Luster Pendulum. Now, we play the 3 Vector because we're no longer playing Rescue Rabbit, so the 3 Vector and the 3 Draco face off with your 4 Draco Slayer targets. Obviously, Luster's at 1. If he was at multiples, we'd still be playing multiples. But this card is actually really, really broken. Still, even at 1, the Draco face-off gives you access to Luster Pendulum first turn, which helps you go off into your combo plays. This deck is all about the Draco Slayers nowadays, so you have to max out on everything Draco Slayer. Then we do play triple Ariande. We play triple Ariande because we do play the counter traps. And the counter traps are actually very, very strong, especially since this deck likes to go first. Whenever this card is destroyed, it doesn't matter where it is. If it gets solid, if you normal summon this and it gets solemn warning, its effect is going to trigger to reveal three counter traps from your deck, and your opponent is forced to add 1 to your hand. So also, when this card is in the Pendulum Scale and you activate a counter trap, you do not have to pay the cost, which I'll show you why this is so important later on in the deck. And for the last Pendulum monsters, we played double Eccentric Archfiend, and we played double Eccentric Archfiend. I wish we actually had 3. If I had a third one, I would be playing 3 Eccentric Archfiend, but the Eccentric Archfiend is absolutely broken because, like, going against Monarchs, they want to set up the whole domain lock on you, and they go out of their way to search out that domain and do all of that stuff, and then you just activate Eccentric Archfiend in the scale, pop it, and then go off anyways. So plus, not just that, making Dinosaur, it doesn't have any level restrictions, so you can like Pendulum Summon this back out and then make Dinosaur with this. Also, once you use it in the Pendulum scale, you can Pendulum Summon it back out and activate the effect, attribute it to pop a monster. So it's really, really strong. It is also a high scale, level 7, scale 7, which is really, really broken. Something, like I said, the deck absolutely struggles with. And everything in this deck is extremely searchable due to the Draco Slayer engine. So we're going to move on to spells here, and we're going to play double MST. We play double MST for the simple fact of this deck can play through back row, but we don't like to, because if you Pendulum Summon into a Solemn Strike or something like that, then that's pretty much like game over. So, Eccentric Archfiends, MSTs, it gives us enough back row clearance to like actually do something. Then we play the best spell card in the deck, which is triple Draco Face Off. Draco Face Off gets you a monster in your Pendulum scale or on the field. So what you do is, and it's a quick play spell card, by the way, but what you do is you activate this card, you reveal a Vector Pendulum Draco Overlord, and you reveal one Master or one Luster. Then your opponent is going to pick one at random, and then the one that gets chosen, you get to choose whether it goes into the Pendulum scale or you special summon the monster, and then the other one that was not chosen goes into the extra deck. So like this card is basically getting 2 monsters. This card is absolutely retarded. And on top of that, Draco Face Off also can protect you from getting OTK'd. So this card is really, really good. We play 3 Draco Face Off. I know I said I played 2 in my last build, but that was because of the Rescue Rabbit, and I was extremely wrong for that, because this Draco Face Off is like retarded. This card, probably deserves to get banned, but it's just broken. Next we play Triple Upstart Goblin. We play Triple Upstart Goblin for consistency reasons. You want to draw into your combo pieces as soon as possible. You want to see your Pendulum Sorcerer. You want to see your Joker. You want to see your Draco Face-Offs. So we play 3 Upstart Goblins, playing a 37-card deck, more likely to see it. And then we play the next most broken spell card in this deck, which is Triple Wavering Eyes. Wavering Eyes not only is good in the mirror match, but it's also good helping you trigger off cards like Ariande, and then also searching out cards like Monkey Board and Performapal Skullcrobat Joker, Eccentric Archfiend, and etc., etc. The card is absolutely broken. Plus, if you resolve this in the mirror match against another Pendulum deck, and you resolve this for 4, like you're going to win the game. You get to add another copy of Wavering Eyes from your deck to your hand. You get to banish a monster on the field. You get to add a Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, and then you inflict 500 damage to your opponent, which is like absolutely broken. So 3 Wavering Eyes. Off to the traps here. We play 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and we play 1 Bottomless for the Traptrix Rafflesia. This card is really broken, and to be honest with you, I think it's better than all the other Trap Hole cards. I mean, this card it doesn't target, so it's good against Cosmo. Also, if you resolve this against a Pendulum matchup, like you can hit the Pendulum Summon, banish the entire Pendulum Summon. The card is absolutely broken. Next for the traps, and we play two solemn strikes. The reason I play 2 Solemn Strikes is because we play 1 Solemn Warning and 1 Solemn Scolding. Now, I saw this concept from Patrick Hoban, and I really like this concept because, like, if you get the Scolding, like, you're just going to win. Like, this card is pretty much Judgment. People used to pay 4K to like negate a monster effect back in the day with Judgment. So like paying 3K to like stop anything is like absolutely broken. Plus, all these cards are absolutely searchable through Ariande. Plus, if she's in the Pendulum scale, you do not have to pay the cost for any of these, which is 3,000 life points, 2,000 life points, 1,500, 1,500. So, we can save ourselves on life points with Ariande in there. But that is it. That is a 40-card main deck. We are going to go on to the extra deck next. And The extra deck is all up to personal preference, in my opinion here. But we're gonna start off with the Draco Slayers. We play triple Ignister. Ignister is the best monster in the deck. His effect, he does not target. He gets to spin monsters, spin cards, pops a pendulum card. So if in the mirror match, he's like even more broken because like you can like target one of your opponent's pendulum monsters or pendulum scales, destroy it, and if you do, then you get to spin another card back to the deck. So like this card is absolutely broken. He's a level 8, 2,850. Ignister is probably also going to get hit, and he deserves to because that card is absolutely broken. The next Draco Slayer we play double Dinosaur. Dinosaur is so strong. He says that when he's on the field, your pendulum monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, your pendulum scales cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, which is really, really strong. He is also a level 8, and his effect says that once per turn, you can special summon a Draco Slayer monster from your hand or your graveyard, which is absolutely broken. He keeps your combo plays going, and he also overlays with this and I'll show you that in a minute. Last for the Draco Slayer engine we play is 2 Magister. Now Magister is super important in this deck, and the reason I play 2 is for the simple fact that he gets you a search at the end phase, but not only that, he's probably like the first guy that you go into to start your whole combo. You're probably gonna go Magister into Ignister into Dinoster. So like that's usually how the combo goes. And I mean, like I said, it's strong enough, the fact that he gets you a search at the end phase, but like having him on the board, if your opponent doesn't deal with him and they're playing through like back row or you're playing against Cosmo or something, you can like activate his effect to bring Luster from the extra deck to the field, and then you can like try to bait out like back row or monster effects, and then synchro into an Ignister, and they're probably gonna chain their Dark Destroyer or whatever to get rid of the Ignister or something like that. So then what you do then after that is you pendulum summon the Luster Pendulum right back out, and you make another Ignister. So like it's really, really strong. That is it for the Draco Slayer engine of the extra deck. We are going down now to the rank 4s. We play the 1 Traptrix Rafflesia. We play the 1 Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is gaining a lot of popularity right now, and I think he's probably one of the best extra deck monsters. He's good against Monarchs. He's good against BA, PK Fire. He's good against like pretty much everything. Good against Mermels, good against Atlanteans, good against everything. Abyss Dweller is like super broken. Then we have King of the Feral Imps. We have 1 Diamond Dire Wolf. We have 1 Castel the Skyblaster Musketeer. We have 1 Utopia the Lightning. This card is really broken because this gives you another extra deck out to Cosmos or anything that likes to like activate the effects in the grave or float or anything. So like I remember seeing one of my boys activate this, and he swung over an Acid Golem that had a Graph and a Seer under it for activate the effect. He turns into 5k. Also card effects cannot be activated, so like he swings over the Acid Golem, he doesn't get the Seer or the Graph, and just like you just like lose after that. So like this card is really, really good. And then the last card that we are playing is number 38, Hope Hairbringer Dragon Titanic Galaxy. This card is the absolute nuts, and like I said before, it seems like a lot, but you can actually make that with an Ignister and a Dinosaur, and you just go ahead and overlay those two for this when you're done. This card is a really good lockdown card. He says that once per turn, during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate a spell or spell effect. I'm sorry, when is activated, you can negate the effect and attach the card to him as a material. Also, during your turn, you can when an attack is declared. During your opponent's turn, I'm sorry. When an attack is declared targeting a monster, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card and then change the attack directed right to him, and then immediately perform damage calculation. So if you have a monster, let's say that they're trying to get over your King of the Feral Imps, and you have the Titanic Galaxy on the field, and they go to swing at your King of the Feral Imps, then you can activate his effect, detach 1, and then switch the attack target from King of the Furlims to him, and then immediately resolve the damage calculation. So like that card is it's really really good. That is a 15 card extra deck. We're going to go on to the side deck now. Side deck is all up to personal preference. I like to tutor to the competitive players because I am one myself. So, I'm going to play the cards that give me the best, chance to win in my toughest matches. So I'm playing Double Iron Wall. Double Iron Wall is going to be for Monarchs. Also, Cosmo, Infernoids, anything that like to banish from the graveyard. This especially hurts Cosmos, though. Next, we play Double Magic Deflector. This card is absolutely broken. It's good against Monarchs. It's good against anything. Like, this also stops the field spell. Not only does it stop Stormforth, you just chain this, like, whatever. Even if you're playing against, like, Cosmo or something, if they have, like, a quick play spell, like, or somebody activates Twin Twister, target your cards, they discard target your cards, you go ahead and activate Magic Deflector, you chain it, and then their quick play spell or whatever just kind of fizzles. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Didn't want to focus for a second. So yeah, 2 Magic Deflectors. I also play 2 Massive Restricts. I don't like to play 3, plus I have the Magic Deflectors for Monarchs as well. But with Pepe, like, Monarchs really don't give Dracopals really much of a hard matchup. I mean, we're main decking the MSTs and the Eccentric Archfiends. So that's all we pretty need. Next, we play Double Flying Sea, and we put the Flying Seas back in here against PK Fire and against Burning Abyss and stuff like that. And this card just like absolutely shuts PK Fire down. Next, we play Double Max C, and the Max Cs are absolutely broken because like I actually did it where the guy he Fiend Grieving, he sent a Graph. I chained Maxi, the Graph specialed out a Seer. I drew a card. He activated the Scarm effect to special summon. He special summoned the Scarm, and then I dropped the Flying Sea on the board. So I drew the 2 cards, and then dropped the Flying Sea on the board, and then both of his guys blew up and went to the graveyard, got no effects, nothing. It was really, really good. These cards, also when playing hand traps, like having something to draw into is like really broken. So next we play Raigeki and Dark Hole. We play 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole because these cards are really good in the mirror match. Like your opponent's probably going to want to go first. So like using a board wipe is really good. Going second, like you just clear the board, push for game. It's really, really important. And then last but not least, we are playing Triple System Down. And this is for the Cosmo matchup because sometimes it can be a little overwhelming if you don't see your Luster Pendulum or your Draco face-offs, or, sometimes just resolving Utopia the Lightning isn't really enough to win you the match. So the Triple System Down is there to give us even more help in that aspect. So that is it, guys. That is a 40-card main deck, 15-card side deck, 15-card extra deck. I just want to go ahead and give you guys a big thanks once again. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. I have some giveaways coming up. I'm still working out the details on that stuff. And then on top of that, I have a Burning Abyss deck profile coming up. And I also have a PK Fire deck profile coming up. So you guys stay tuned for that. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.